We've done this exercise before.
I think it stinks.
Oh, we think it's
I'm not
hilarious.
nervous.
We think it's hilarious when Keith Costas channels his inner agent and tries to advocate for free agents on the market to get them signed with Dan O'Dowd, who is the general manager, owner, and lord of all dimension, time, and space with
this segment anyway.
With Team X. So who is the first player that Costas Corp is arguing for?
Well, before we slip into character, I'd just like to point out I have zero experience in the agent world, going up against about 3 decades of real-world GM experience, so this should go well for me. But we're going to start with Cody Bellinger. And for me, we've talked this out before, the number has to start with a 2. We got to be at $200 million to start this thing off, or we're not going to get anywhere.
Scott, I meant Keith. We've had this discussion now a number of times. You've put this house on the market months ago. You've left it at a particular price. Obviously, the industry, the market's telling you the home's not worth that. And so at some point in time, we're going to have to come to grips with the fact the market is what it is. Hey, we like your player. We like his multi-positional versatility, above-average defender at 2 different positions. He's above-average base runner. We've talked all about that. The issue is the following. He won an MVP. Since his MVP year, he went 1,700 plate appearances where he was a below-league average player. And then last year, he was phenomenal. So are the adjustments that he made all health-related, or are they aptitude-related? If they're health-related, we're all in. If they're aptitude-related, we got to hedge our bet here. So at some point in time, we need to see more consistent performance, at least another year of these numbers to be able to swim in that part of the ocean you want us to swim in.
Well, let's go under the hood here a little bit. We know what he did, 300, 500. There was only 4 other guys that got to a 300 average and a 500 slug. They have $952 million in contract value combined. That's well over 200 per. Acuna, Freeman, Seager, Betts. He's in those deep waters already.
Yeah, he's only swam in them for, 2 years with 1,700 years between the 2 years with inconsistent performance. When you lump him in with those players, you left out an important part of the discussion, which is those guys have been good every single year. And so reality is, though, I don't want to be disingenuous here. We like your player. We're now into the 3rd week of January. It's obvious where we're at a price point and a year commitment is where the industry is at. We're the best fit for you from a playing standpoint and a culture standpoint. You know, we should be able to get this done. You're just going to have to come to the conclusion you're not going to get it done at the numbers that you want.
Well, I just think go back and look at it at bat by at bat. The improvements that my guy made with 2 strikes, only Luis Ariz had a higher 2-strike batting average. He's rounded out the profile a little bit, not just a dynamic athlete, a great baseball player too as well.
Again, no argument for me. Again, we like your player a ton. We know there's been so much inconsistencies in his performance. We just want to mitigate our risk a little bit, Keith, by understanding that he hasn't been that player consistently over the years, or we wouldn't be in this position of talking to you. You already would have signed him somewhere else by now.
Keith,
I'll have to talk to Cody, but it has to start with a 2, as you know, Dan.
Okay, well, then you call me back in April when Cody is still on the market.
Hey, because Dan is holding so firm here, Keith, you want some help from Harold?
This is one of the great players in the game.
What does that do for you? Anything?
That's I don't know. We're gonna have to get back with the agents here.
Harold, anything more to advocate for Cody Bellinger?
I played with him up in Alaska one summer.
That's that. What about his on-base percentage?
The whole on-base thing, it's hogwash in a
All
sense.
right, Harold's not helpful. Let's move on to the next player because you guys didn't get anywhere on Cody Bellinger.
Yeah, we didn't. We didn't get anywhere.
Rhys Hoskins up next. The sticking point here, we got to get 2 years for this guy. I understand he's coming off injuries, but look back at last year. He was making his way back before the Phillies got knocked out of the postseason. He can play first. He's got enough of a bat to DH. Can we get to 2 years here, Dan?
Yeah, no. Again, this is the 25th time we've had this discussion. So the fact that you keep calling me, you recognize the same thing that we've talked about, is one, this market is flooded with DHs / first basemen. And I think Rhys falls more into that part-time first baseman, more full-time DH role. Even prior to the injury, there were some questions defensively on him. But you got a market that's got Turner, Belt, J.D. Martinez, Soler, Peterson, all with OPS's plus of 110 and above. It's a case of supply and demand. And we like Rhys. We like his age. The fact is he didn't take a competitive at bat at all. in 2023. And so it's a one-year deal because we're just not sure of where his health is.
Well, comparable career numbers to J.D. Martinez, a better home run rate, higher on-base percentage. If we're going to talk pillow deal here, can we get that number up to 18, 19 million on a one-year deal, perhaps?
No, I mean, we've been firm. He made 12 last year. I've offered you 15. I think that's a very fair offer. I think I went above where you're probably at with the rest of the industry at this point in time. We're a great fit for you. We love the player. We love his makeup. He's competitive. We feel in a one-year deal, he's still going to be out and be able to sign a 3-year deal next year at a very, very competitive number, probably in the 20s if he performs the way he's capable of. But this is the year where he's going to have to show that he's healthy and can be more than just a full-time DH.
Well, it's 2 or nothing for us, so we might have to take our services elsewhere on this one, Mr.
Well, I
Haddad.
appreciate you because I've got 5 other guys here that I can call to fill our needs.
Make the call. We'll talk to you next
Keith,
offseason.
do you want the Herald Lifeline to help you make your case?
Let's go.
All right, here we go. Harold, how would you argue for Rhys Hoskins getting a multi-year deal with Dan O'Dowd's team?
What's not to like? He's tremendous.
Wow, dynamic. Thank you, Harold.
Any final questions for Dan on getting your player signed?
Have your hands always been big, or?
Forget it. Forget it. We didn't get anywhere. 2 unsigned players for Costas Corp yet again.
World keeps spinning.
Man, Dan O'Dowd is tough.
Ruthless.
Glad we're sitting on the same side of the table as you.
Yeah, okay, absolutely.
Goodness gracious.